Namaste, welcome to day 4 of Everyday Home Yoga. As we all know, we'll start with remembering our Gurus. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. And in the same way, we take 2 long and deep breaths to get our mind into our practice. Just be with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now let us get started. Take here both hands in Namaskara Mudra and start straightening them above your head, lengthening your spine. Observe the stretch in your lateral muscles and in your abdominal muscles. Just take a long and deep breath here. Now slowly, as you exhale, bend towards your right side. Make sure that you are not lifting your seat bones here. Inhale, come back to center. Stretch again. Exhale, bend towards your left side. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend towards right. Inhale, center and stretch. Exhale, bend towards your left side. Now slowly come back to center like I did 2 times on each side. You can do it for 5 times on each side. Now let us practice twisting. So again, stretch nicely, join both your palms and exhale, twist towards your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist towards your left. Observe the twist at your abdomen as well at your spine. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhaling, come back to center. In this practice also, I did 2 times on each side. You can do 5 times on each side. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breathe in and relax. Stretch your arms sideways and start taking them up and down, palms facing ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can do it 10 more times also. It strengthens your complete arms nicely. Place both your palms on your thighs. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now let us get started with butterfly. So join both your soles, pull your feet towards your perineum. Hold your feet with your hands and start flapping movements. People with severe knee problems and sciatica should avoid this pose. Eyes closed, lengthen your spine, sit nice and tall. Keep flapping your thighs. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breathe in and out. Slowly stop the movement. Just sit there with normal breathing. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Feel your hips, feel your thighs and hamstrings. Sit there for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Slowly open your eyes and release your hands and straighten your legs. Sit nice and tall. Place your palms on your knees. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Now we'll do few practices which helps in hip flexibility. So the first one is cradle. So take your right leg in both your hands like this. If it is difficult to interlock your fingers, you can even just hold like this your leg in both your hands and start doing like a swinging a baby. So, like this also you can do. So do this at about 10 to 20 times on right side. This helps with opening your hip joint. And slowly stop this after doing 10 to 20 times. Repeat with your left leg the same way. Either you can interlock your fingers completely or take like this. Keep doing. Very good. Slowly bring your leg down. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Spine straight. Inhale. Relax. And we have a few more poses which also help with hip mobility and hip flexibility. The first one is Gomukhasana. So for Gomukhasana, the people suffering with severe knee problems should avoid this pose. So Gomukhasana, you have to fold your right leg and on top of it fold your left leg. So like this you have to sit with both your knees coming one on top of another. So whichever thigh comes on top, take that hand behind from above and take the other hand from below and clasp your hands at the back. Stay there with normal breathing. Inhale. Relax. I'll show how this looks on the back. So this is how this pose looks. So the same way we'll do with placing our left leg down and right leg on top of it. Excuse me. Yeah. Now this time we are keeping left leg down and right leg on top of it. So this time our right leg is on top, so right hand goes behind from above, left hand goes from below, and then both hands are being interlocked here. Stay here. This is a very good pose to relieve anxiety. It helps with calming mind. Not only that, helps to release tension from shoulders. Keep breathing normally. So you can hold pose on each side for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. It is very good posture to increase hip flexibility also. It helps in dealing with back problems. Inhale. Relax. Even this posture releases tension from thigh muscles and leg muscles also. And slowly, when you want to come back, release your hands and get both your hands front, and then release your legs. Stretch your legs, both hands back. Take one long and deep breath. Now let us practice Parivritta Janu Shirshasana. So this posture also increases, spinal muscle strength also it increases. Not only that, it helps in opening our shoulders nicely and also helps with lateral muscles. Let us see how to do this. But people suffering from severe lower back problems are not supposed to do this posture. So slowly we'll first do on right side and then we'll do on left side. Take your right hand, make a hook with the first 3 fingers like this. Hold your right toe with your thumb, index and middle fingers and place your right elbow down here and your left hand is on your left thigh. Just raise it up and take it back. Open your chest nicely. As you exhale, just try to hold your toes completely, placing your left biceps on your left ear and turn your head and look front. Stay there with normal breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check your lateral muscles, how you are feeling there. Not only that, check your spinal muscles. Stay there with normal breathing for 30 seconds to 1 minute and slowly first take your left hand back and come back to center. Release your hand from your leg. Inhale, relax. Repeat the same, left side also. Just make hook with your left hand and hold your left toe. Place your left knee inside place your left elbow inside your left leg. Now raise your right hand as you inhale, take it back, open your chest and slowly bring it down. Stay there with normal breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go little more down as you exhale. Observe the stretch at your lateral muscles and see how you feel at your spine and see how you feel at your shoulders. Slowly come back with your right leg up and on your right thigh. Straighten your right leg, right hand and release your leg. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breathe in and out. Maybe some easier variation where you may not able to place your knee down. Just hold your hand and open your chest. Take your hand back and just let your hand go like this. This is a easier way of doing it. In the same way, you can do the other side. And go down as much as you can and keep trying to go little more down like this. Relax. Inhale, exhale. Let us practice Paschimottanasana. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Now as you inhale, raise both your hands up and turn your hands front. Take a deep breathe in, breathe out. Start bending forward. Excuse me, but for the people who are suffering from severe neck problems or lower back problems and high blood pressure, they are not supposed to do this pose. Now let us start. Inhale, exhale, exhale completely and start bending further, further, further. Inhale, exhale and relax. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. So you can hold the pose from 15 to 30 seconds and to 1 minute based on your comfort level. But what if we cannot go completely down? So it's okay. Just if you can reach till here, just stay there. Keep lengthening your spine and keep pushing it little more forward. So if you can go till here, just stay there like this. Don't force yourself, and go down here. It's not about going down, it's going forward, okay, and lengthening your spine. So just stay there with your spine completely long and relax. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Next, we are going to do Supta Vajrasana. So, but people suffering from severe knee problems, severe lower back and neck problems, and not only that, severe heart problem also, not supposed to do this pose, better to avoid this pose. And slowly you have to go down. I will not be showing the complete posture. I will be doing the intermediate version of this posture, because the complete one, no, if you go down completely and if you are unable to come up, it will be a problem. That's why let's be careful. So slowly from Vajrasana, you will be, with the help of your elbows, you will be going down and slowly as you go down, open your chest and try to place the crown of your head down and stay there with normal breathing, and make sure that your knees are not getting separated. And then slowly roll your head towards your chin, towards your chest, and slowly again with the support of your elbows come back to center. And never leave the final position when you are lying down. Like never leave the final position by straightening your legs. You have to come back to Vajrasana and then only straighten your legs, and slowly come out from Vajrasana. So this Supta Vajrasana opens here just nicely, allowing you to take more oxygen inside. And not only that, it helps for the people suffering from asthma and other kinds of lung problems also. And if you can see, the abdominal muscles also completely stretched, so which helps in good digestion and eliminates constipation problem too. Okay, and let us practice Vakrasana. Stretch your legs completely. Now slowly fold your right leg, place your right foot beside your left knee. So place your right foot beside your left knee. Now take your right hand behind. From the center of your spine, go 2 palm distances or a little more away. Inhale, raise your left hand up. As you exhale, twist towards your right. Cross your left hand over your right knee. Try holding your ankle or try holding your toe and look back. People suffering from septic ulcers and suffering from hernia and who undergone recent abdominal surgeries are not supposed to do this posture. And even people suffering from hyperthyroidism also not supposed to do this. Take a deep breathing in, breathe out. You can hold this pose for at about 30 seconds to 1 minute and see how nicely your chest is getting open, allowing us to take more oxygen, and total compression at abdomen leads to nice digestive power and helps with spinal problems. Very good for people suffering from hypothyroidism. You can see all the internal organs work very well. They get stimulated nicely. Slowly. And one more thing, if you are unable to hold your toe or ankle, you can just do like this also. Inhale, relax. As you inhale, turn front, release your hands and relax your leg. Same way we will do with left leg also. Just fold your left leg, place your left foot beside your right knee and take your left hand behind from the base of your spine. Just move a little forward. Inhale, raise your right hand up. As you exhale, twist towards your left, and you can place it like this, or you can completely hold down, whichever is possible. Just hold the pose for 30 seconds to 1 minute and slowly inhaling, look front, release your hand. Put your left hand also front and relax. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breathe in and out. And let us practice simple breathing exercises. As we are all doing sectional breathing from past 3 days, we'll continue with this. Both hands in chin mudra. Place thumb and index finger touching each other, other 3 fingers stretched out. Place your palms on your thighs and keep your eyes closed. Inhale, push your abdomen out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Relax. I did only 3 times. Do this depending on your comfortable level, 5 to 9 times also. And one more thing, today we are not using our hands on our abdomen or on our chest or shoulder blades. Today we are using mudras to do this sectional breathing. So the next mudra would be to do thoracic breathing. Just now we completed abdominal breathing. Now we are going to do thoracic. So for that, you place both hands in Chinmaya Mudra, thumb and index finger touching each other, other 3 fingers folded into your palm. So observe your thoracic region. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Do this practice also 5 to 9 times. Now next mudra is Adi Mudra, thumb inside, other 4 fingers covering thumb. So place both your palms, both your hands on your thighs. Now inhale, you have to raise your shoulders and pull them back. Exhale, drop your shoulders down. So observe again. So this is how we do clavicular breathing with the help of Adi Mudra. So we did sectional breathing with the help of mudras for the proper channelization of our prana. Okay, so now we will conclude with chanting Makara. Chanting Makara soothes our mind very much. So open all your fingers, just close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Inhale again. So like this, chant for at least 9 times. You will feel really calm mind. And after completing 9 rounds, just stay there with normal breathing. And you can even hear the the sound of Makara, what you just chanted. Try to listen to that. Namaste. Let us end with a positive affirmation. Day by day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Namaste. See you tomorrow. Bye.